There we go.
Are we all set up?
There we go. There we go. Let's get into it.
Okay, this is Dr. Hood, and we are back with another exclusive H19D. If you didn't know, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button for more video. Hit the bell for notifications. Anyway, this is a video by Kevin Samuels. You know how I go. He be going in, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to react, I'm going to pause it, do my thing, you know what I'm saying? Everything's fair use. We don't want no copyright strikes. We're just trying to run it up like everybody else. Hit the like and subscribe button, like I already said, so we can get these videos down. Go check my catalog. I got over 100 videos. This is what we do. Authentic, from the hood, change his life around, you know, leveling up. You're going to see me. All right, let's go.
So again, a little under the weather. We're going to try to get on through. If you guys are familiar with what I said last week, and my computer decided to pop back on. Strangest thing. Fragrance of the evening.
Roll up that gas if you guys rolling up.
From Le Labo, and candle is Suntal 26.
I got some ice cream sandwich.
If you remember last week on Monday when I said why it's so important for men to start strong. Starting strong was a critical task, and in order to start strong, you must start strong by building your network. And I talked about the Esquire phase of life. Today we're going to talk about when you blow the competition away. And Esquire phase is the ages 18 to 29.
Okay.
The next phase of life is where you have to decide, you start making big decisions. Big decisions are made in the next phase of life. And like I said Monday, from time and
I got a good. He like my uncle, but it's my cousin. He told me, you know, there's 3 stages in life. I mean, you guys can listen to this or take it in as a jewel or tell somebody else. Analyze it, however you want to do it. You know, from 0 to 30, you figuring it out. Okay? From 30 to 60, you putting everything away you need so that you can live from 60 to 90 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So 0 to 30, you're just figuring things out. Just trying to find out what you're good at, find out what you like. From 30 to 60 is pretty much very little bullshit. You're getting to the bag. You're trying to accumulate everything, all the assets, all the monies, all the families, all the support that you're gonna need to carry you to your old age and, you know, your departure from this earth. So let's check it out.
Memorial, you can look at how men make decisions at this phase of life,
right?
And it determines everything else. And what I mean is how you choose to handle women. How a man chooses to handle women is going to be the deciding factor under a lot of things. See, it's easy to go mano a mano with a man, but oftentimes you will have men who are straight up alpha male competitive in their field, in their chosen field of endeavor, but when they get home, they're straight up betas. Straight up, and you are losing at home.
Hey,
this is why it's so important what you do next. And this is why I've talked, you know, guys.
Tell them.
Think about the video I did yesterday.
Everybody, you know, if you've ever been to jail, a lot of you probably haven't, but, you know, you'll get that guard that will just be an asshole. You know, he just wants to come to job, be an asshole, and make your job or make your stay harder than it should be. You know, going over the top, over and beyond, trying to establish some type of dominance over you because he doesn't have that dominance in his own household. You get that with COs, you get that with cops on a regular basis, you get that with, you know, different people in positions of power. You know, they might be this big, tough, alpha male, you know, out in public, but when they go to the house, they wearing the panties. You know, they woman running everything. Okay.
Possibly the worst conversation ever. And I want you to understand, there's a horse, a thoroughbred. Horses have their purpose, But donkeys also have their purposes. Mules serve no real purpose in life. Mules are sterile, the cross between a horse and a donkey. And I talked about women, feminine, beautiful, inspirational. That's what we tend to want women to be. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. I've dubbed it Phoebe, feminine, beautiful, inspirational. But all of that rests firmly on a foundation of mindset. See, we often talk about a woman being feminine as if that is all inclusive. She needs to have a feminine mindset.
Right.
Meaning, there are women who can be feminine, but they can be as stubborn as a freaking mule.
Right.
And gentlemen, in life, you must have people that are on your team.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with females that are not feminine, stubborn as a mule. There's nothing wrong with them. They're functioning citizens, Their mothers, their grandmothers, their sisters, every walk of life that you get, you get these type of females. But it's up to you as the smart individual to sift out and find out if that's the energy for you. Is this the way that you want your life to go? Do you want to be in this situation to where you're dealing with a woman, you're all in with a woman, you guys got $500,000, $1 million worth of assets. This is things that you're building when you're on a high level. When you're making more money than just bill to bill, and then you're able to actually grow in whatever system it is. And this is the energy that you have to wake up to. This is when people come to your household, they feel the energy that the woman runs the show. Okay, so if it's good for you, then Dr. Hood doesn't have a problem with it. It's not for me. I don't think it's productive, and I don't think it's gonna put you in the best mental space, right? So we're not gonna bash women that are they stubborn like a mule and just really not in tune with their feminine side. But we're just not going to deal with them, okay? They can be your friend. They can be your business partner. They can do, other things that it takes stubborn, bullheaded people to do, Let's get into it.
And this is where guys tend to fall apart. At 30 years old is where I think a lot of men should start thinking about what they want to do with a woman. If you're going on the corporate track and things like that, your network, your relationships are going to be more important than if you're an entrepreneur, solo ventures and things like that. But
I think 30 is a good age. A lot of times, I see a lot of guys over 30 and pushing 40, and they seem to be frustrated to the point where they're thinking about giving up. They're thinking about giving up, and they're accepting the fact that, just a few thoughts here and there, in and out of your life, every other 6-7 months to a year, it's kind of the way things are going to be. And they dig in, they get their money, and, that's pretty much it. Okay? People have actually accepted the fact that, they've got up there in age, and they're really just not going to find that lifetime partner, that person that just really meshes and just, that chemistry's all the way there. I think 30 is a good age to think about getting serious, but if there is somebody that's important in your life, special, a lady, rather if it's a sexual relationship or not, I think that it's very important for you to maintain that level of respect, level of relationship with that person, so that when you're in your 30s and you're a little more settled down, you're a little, more established with your journey and what you want to do in life, that you can have those options if they're still there. Like I said, the good ones, they taken off the board forever. They taken off the board forever. They run around, you see them a couple summers, and then somebody's gonna snatch them up. Beta male, alpha male, a lot of times females can't tell the difference. They can't tell the difference. They just want somebody that's gonna be there, and they really don't got time for all that. Later on, now when you get into the relationship and then the respect comes into play, they start to see how you deal with certain things. Then it could become into play, and it could ultimately determine if that relationship is going to stay together or go further, right?
But you got to decide what you're going to do about women, because either path, whether you go in the GQ path, the refined, sophisticated kind of corporate path where your network and your connections play a large part in your success, or whether you're going down the tiger path, and I call this the lion path. The lion path. You're an apex predator. You're the king of the jungle, but lions have prides. You don't see male lions roaming around. They're always looking for a pride. Tigers, on the other hand, get together, mate, and leave. Tigers are solitary animals. So I don't want you guys to think one path is better than the other. They just come with different things. The bachelor path, the playboy player bachelor, I'm just going to call that the bachelor path, is the tiger path. That's the one where you have your friend groups, your wolf pack, but your relationships with women are strictly for pleasure and fun only.
Right.
These guys aren't seeking to build legacy or any of this kind of stuff. And to that end, men over on this side, you shouldn't concern yourself.
I didn't want to say no procreating. They're obviously going to create, but legacy is really not on their mind. They're not, anybody will kind of do. They kind of don't really need a certain type of individual. They just kind of want something there when it's their convenience, and then they kind of want to distance themselves, versus a lion, rather if he's going to take over another pride or another group of lions, there's already a king there, or he's going to try to establish his own kingdom, and let his lineage live on and build, so there's two different type of things. You can look at that as two different type of males or females. Tiger type of female, she's gonna want to get her rocks off, and she's gonna want to kind of distance herself, versus a lioness. She's gonna want to be your queen, and she's gonna want to be up under you. She's gonna want to pick the little fleas off of you, and make sure that everything is good, and be an extra eye out, an extra ear, using those extra senses to help protect the pride also, and hunt and provide for the pride.
About the gender war or relationships, because your dating is going to be short term. It may be serial, but it's going to be short term. So you shouldn't, if you're a tiger, guys, don't be, why are you going, there's so many guys that I listen to who are going down this path who concern themselves with a woman's body count.
Okay.
And her being submissive. If you're not going down the lion path, where you need a lioness to make cubs, you don't need to worry about, a woman just needs to be feminine, beautiful, inspirational.
Okay, you notice how, she didn't have to be, she doesn't have to have the body count and, all of that. Or she could have all that. You could accept all that if you're on that tiger type of time, right? But when you're on that lion type of time, when you're a king and you got a queen, there ain't no queen that with super body counts. And I don't care. I don't care. You guys can get up in the comments. You guys can do whatever the hell you want. People make bad decisions. You know, there's bad decisions that I made, you know, and, you know, just the things we eat, you know, with our dental hygiene and, you know, there's bad decisions that we make that we don't make today. Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty much in a nutshell. You know, you gotta, if you made those decisions, you got those body counts, and then now you're woke and you understand that, hey, that wasn't the thing to do. Hey, man, I regret living that type of life. Hey, it's too late. You know, it's too late. You know, I should have waited till I was 21 to get a felony. You know, I could have my gun permit right now. And then when you get older, you learn all of this shit. You know, this was an open carry state anyway. I could have open carry a rifle at 18 years old, but my parents didn't tell me that. So what do? Say, oh shit, now I know that. Let me go back. No, you're a felon. You can't carry. Okay? So we gotta stop acting like it doesn't pertain to us just because we didn't know, or the lack of knowledge is not an excuse. The judge told me that. Okay? Like, just because you didn't know the law, you know, just because you didn't educate yourself on the law, that doesn't mean that you're gonna get out of this crime, Dr. Hood. Okay?
Cooperative, submissive, childless. I prefer childless. I prefer childless women, honestly, because
for sure,
you don't need the problems that come along with that. Plus,
and he didn't have to go dig into that. He didn't even have to dig into that. Okay? Who's that? You know, he didn't even have to go into that, because he doesn't want to deal with the problems that could come along with a chick that has children. It's not saying that you're a bad girl. It's not saying that you have to level up. It's saying that we're talking on a general level. We're talking about everybody all the way across the board. You know, this knowledge, it has to go in and it has to apply to 51% or more of the people. And for that situation right there, you know, I don't care if you're the 10% of women that have kids that can hold a man down and be a wife and submissive and all of this stuff. We're not talking about that. You see, when we make statements, it's 51% or more. Okay. I try to be up in the 80 range, but for conversation's sake, 51%, and that's not popping. With over 51% of the women with kids, you know, or out of 100 women, 51 of them is going to be some damn problems. Okay? That's period. Can you have problems with females without kids? Of course. You know, are there females without kids more immature than females with kids? Absolutely. You know, we're not saying that. Okay? We're just talking about the mass majority, if you guys will.
Women need to come in and enhance your life. The worst thing you can do as a man at this level is be dominating or separating from the pack and then trying to manage a woman to get on your schedule. If you're going down the lion path, the lionesses instinctively follow the lion. If you're dealing with a woman who ain't following you, let her go.
Right.
You gotta. This is what I want all you men to do. I want you to check your relationships with women and understand: are you going down the lion path or are you going down the tiger path? And the women you're dealing with, if you're in the lion path, the only women you need to be dealing with are women that are wife category.
Right.
Because every other woman is getting your masculine attention and everything else. She's getting your masculine
for
energy,
free.
and she's not paying the cost.
Right. So you guys got to look at that. You know, all of this phone conversations, all this stimulation that you're giving them, if they're not anybody that you would put in the lion category, then you kind of got it. You're wasting time. You're wasting time. You're giving resources to somebody that's not appreciating, you know, what you're doing, and it's not going to come back to you. You know, you're going to put all that energy into her, and that energy is not going to come back into you in a positive way. So you're losing, bruh. You know, if you tricking, man. You know, that's what your time, that's what everything. Okay, this is Dr. Hood, and hit the like button, subscribe button. We're going to continue this, but you guys got to go click another button, go jump on another video, and we're going to continue this stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. We're dropping these videos all day, 100 videos in the catalog. Go check them all out. Dr. Hood, I'm out of here. Peace.